Imagine for a moment if one of the most elegant cars ever created didn't remain locked in history, admired only through photographs and memories, but instead returned with purpose, confidence, and relevance in 2026. This is the Volvo P1800 Reborn, not as a nostalgia exercise, but as a thoughtful evolution of a design that was always ahead of its time. It carries the same quiet confidence, the same Scandinavian restraint, but now it speaks the language of the modern world with clarity and intelligence. From the first glance, the 2026 Volvo P1800 feels familiar in the best possible way. There's no shock value here, no desperate attempt to scream for attention. Instead, it draws you in slowly, the way truly elegant objects always do. The front end is where that story begins. The iconic oval grille is still present, instantly recognizable, but it has been carefully refined. It's wider, cleaner, and more sculpted, framed with a subtle chrome outline that respects the original without copying it. At its center sits the Volvo emblem, understated yet authoritative, a reminder of the brand's long-standing commitment to safety, durability, and intelligent design. The headlights tell you immediately that this is a car built for today. Slim, precise LED units reinterpret the classic oval lamps into a sharp, confident light signature. They don't glare aggressively, they glow with purpose. There's a sense of calm intelligence in their design, something Volvo has mastered better than almost anyone else. This is lighting that feels reassuring, not intimidating, and that perfectly matches the character of the 1,800 pesos. As your eyes move along the side profile, the soul of the original car becomes impossible to ignore. The long hood stretches forward with quiet authority, balanced by a compact rear and a roofline that flows effortlessly from front to back. Volvo has resisted the temptation to over-design this car. The surfaces are smooth, almost architectural, allowing light and shadow to do the work rather than excessive creases or aggressive lines. It feels timeless, as if it could belong to any decade, which is exactly what made the original P1800 so special. The paint, especially in a deep, rich red, transforms the body into something almost fluid. It reflects its surroundings softly, emphasizing curves without exaggeration. The wheels are modern, perfectly sized to fill the arches and give the car a planted, confident stance, but they never overpower the design. Chrome window trim adds a subtle touch of heritage, while flush door handles and clean detailing quietly signal modern engineering. Everything feels deliberate. Nothing feels added just for the sake of trend. At the rear, the car completes its transformation with the same level of restraint and confidence. Slim, horizontal LED taillights stretch across the back, aligning with modern Volvo design while preserving the elegance expected of a grand touring coupe. The Volvo lettering sits proudly across the trunk, accompanied by the P1800 badge, not as decoration, but as a statement of lineage. Below, the rear bumper is sculpted and clean, with integrated dual exhaust outlets that hint at performance without turning the car into something it's not. This isn't a machine that needs to shout. Its presence speaks for itself. Under that long hood, the philosophy is clear even without official specifications. This is not a brute force muscle car, and it never needed to be. The 2026 Volvo P1800 is designed as a modern grand tourer, a car built for covering long distances in comfort and confidence. A high-output turbocharged engine or a refined hybrid powertrain feels like a natural fit, offering smooth, immediate power with the kind of efficiency and composure modern drivers expect. The focus isn't on raw acceleration numbers or track day bragging rights. It's about balance, refinement, and the ability to drive for hours without fatigue, enjoying every mile along the way. Inside, the evolution becomes even more impressive. The cabin feels like a conversation between past and future, where warmth and minimalism coexist perfectly. The materials are rich and tactile, with high-quality leather, soft touch surfaces, and carefully chosen metals that feel solid and authentic. The steering wheel carries the Volvo logo with quiet pride, positioned in front of a fully digital instrument cluster that delivers information clearly without overwhelming the driver. It feels modern but not cold, advanced but still human. The central infotainment screen is wide, clean, and seamlessly integrated into the dashboard. It provides navigation, vehicle data, and connectivity in a way that feels intuitive rather than distracting. Volvo's commitment to safety and usability is evident here. Physical controls remain where they matter most, offering reassurance and ease of use. This is an interior designed for real driving, not just for showrooms or screenshots. What truly sets the 2026 Volvo P1800 apart is how confidently it bridges generations. It doesn't pretend the past was perfect, and it doesn't abandon its heritage in pursuit of modern trends. Instead, it proves that great design doesn't age, it evolves. This car feels like a love letter to Volvo's history, written with today's technology and tomorrow's mindset. It respects the original P1800, not by copying it, but by understanding what made it special in the first place. Driving this car wouldn't feel like reliving the past. It would feel like continuing a story that was never meant to end. Calm, composed, intelligent, and quietly beautiful. The modern Volvo P1800 Reimagined. DS us that progress doesn't always mean starting over. Sometimes it means refining something that was already right, and that sense of continuity is what gives the 2026 Volvo P1800 its emotional weight. In a world where so many modern cars feel over-designed, overpowered, and overloaded with features that quickly lose meaning, this car feels refreshingly intentional. Every element serves a purpose, and every decision feels grounded in long-term thinking rather than short-term excitement. It's the kind of car you imagine aging gracefully, becoming more appreciated with time rather than obsolete. On the road, the experience would likely reflect that same philosophy. The suspension tuning wouldn't aim for stiffness or aggression, but for control and composure. You'd feel connected to the road without being punished by it. This is a car meant for sweeping coastal highways, quiet mountain passes, and long stretches of open road where the joy comes not from pushing limits, but from settling into a rhythm. The steering would be precise and confidence-inspiring, not artificially heavy, giving you a sense of trust rather than tension. Volvo's safety DNA would be deeply embedded in every aspect of the drive. Advanced driver assistance systems would work quietly in the background, ready to intervene when needed, but never intruding on the experience. Lane support, adaptive cruise control, collision avoidance, and intelligent braking systems would all be there, not as selling points, but as silent guardians. This is safety not as a marketing feature, but as a fundamental value, just as it has always been for Volvo. Comfort would be one of the P1800's strongest arguments. The seats would be designed for long journeys, offering support where it matters and softness where it's needed. Cabin insulation would create a calm environment, allowing the engine note to be present but refined, never harsh. At highway speeds, the car would feel settled and effortless, the kind of machine that encourages conversation, reflection, and focus rather than distraction. There's also something deeply satisfying about how this car would fit into daily life. It wouldn't feel fragile or precious, like something you're afraid to use. Instead, it would feel solid and dependable, a car you trust in all conditions. Whether it's a quiet early morning drive through empty streets or a long evening journey after a demanding day, the P1800 would feel like a companion rather than a tool. Ownership, too, would feel different from most modern coupes. This isn't a car you buy to follow trends or impress strangers. It's a car you choose because it aligns with how you think. It speaks to people who value longevity over novelty, substance over spectacle. People who understand that true luxury isn't about excess, but about things that continue to make sense year after year. The 2026 Volvo P1800 also sends a broader message about where automotive design could go if more brands slowed down and listened to their own history. It shows that innovation doesn't require abandoning identity, that technology can enhance character rather than erase it, and that elegance, when done right, never needs to shout,